Randy, I'm unmuting everybody.
That means.
So then I spit on my thumb and just shoved it right up there, and that was, it was a new experience.
Oh my god,
Happy
this is where
New
we're starting.
Year.
Happy New Year!
Happy
yeah.
New Year.
Happy New Year!
Maybe,
You
but, like,
motherfuckers.
I went to that massage and I turned the corner and this guy was just the biggest hands.
Oh god. Why do I do? I'm just gonna go back to black. Here we go. That's
Oh,
it.
shit.
That's it. Bye,
Oh
everybody.
shit, I'm
Alright,
dying.
just take us back to starting, and we'll do
Bye,
it again.
everybody.
We'll do it
See you
again.
later.
Yeah, we'll do it again. I'll be better this time.
Yeah.
There won't be
I
any.
won't.
There won't be any better. This is just where we're at. Hi, people from the internet. I'm Raytog, and this is my weird fucking D&D game with my weird fucking friends.
Yeah,
We're
we're
back.
absolute fucking weirdos. It's fine.
We're back,
Listen,
and I'm
we
sorry.
aren't what we fuck. Okay, it's fine.
Sexy weirdos.
I'm not gonna argue with that.
You shouldn't.
There's really no arguing with it.
There isn't any
Yeah.
arguing. That said, how y'all been? It's been months.
I haven't seen
literally.
you all year.
Yeah, I know. We haven't seen it. That's true. I had a stacked December at work, filling in for everybody. So there was a whole lot of like the last time we played, I think, was it before Thanksgiving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it was.
It was right before Thanksgiving.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Mhm.
I need to go grab my medicine. I will be late.
You go do that. And we will just get the whole thing started.
We'll
Catching up.
stretch.
Stretch. Yes, that's
Yeah.
industry terms. You know. Thank
Yeah.
you. I'm still at work.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
So I have a question.
Hit
So-
me.
all right. Anyway, so since I have that lightning tether ability, can I
Have to
wrap it
rem-
around something and throw it at something else?
I have to remember anything about Dungeons and Dragons abilities. Period.
Just say
So-
yes,
Yeah, sure.
because
Ooh.
I want to cast magical rock for no reason.
You've been playing
Dear
too
Lord.
much Dark Tide, and I approve.
I can print my character sheet now?
Hey,
What
kids.
the fuck is this
Aunt
magic?
Lucy just
Yep.
came by with her magical titty skittles.
Titty Skittles.
Dude, if there's anything I don't need, it's titty skittles. Jesus Christ.
You
also,
let me be the judge of that.
Can I have the sanity pills?
we're all out
Trade
of
me,
those.
man. I'll
I've
trade
We're
got
all
you.
out
some
of those.
Oh, I
Yeah.
traded the sanity pills for a sanity injection a long time ago. It's
Yeah,
fine.
no,
And to think
No,
there
I
was
doubt
an,
it.
there was an optional rule. I could have had a sanity score on your character sheets.
Oh,
Maybe
we
I-
wouldn't have gotten out of space time.
Yeah,
No.
we would. Yeah,
Yeah, we would've-
I was thinking long
We would
term.
have lost our.
Damn.
Good choice. Good choice.
Oh,
We would have died well before now.
That's still very, very possible. Um, so we're back. It's a new year. This is actually getting to be the tail end of this chapter. There's a castle to storm. So besides that whole 10-minute countdown video that had everything that happened on it before, who remembers what happened last time? Like 2 months ago, something like that.
I think we're taking the underground route
Kind of
Mhm.
close. Yep.
into the castle.
Yeah, so the
Yeah.
thing is, there's this like drow protective fortress, because this was, theoretically like a prison planet and or like a prison that was run by the drow, a facility run by drow. So there's like this whole drow
Australia?
section.
You would know.
I would, thank you. That's why I'm explaining it to everybody else. So anyways, this is like fortress to break into, and there's this little section of the drow, so they had control over the larger aspect. Rather than taking on the larger aspect, what we're gonna do is we're gonna break into the drow section, assuming that they would have more access to controls further out than trying to get centralized in this little fortress they have. Because the drow are evil assholes.
Not
Which,
incorrect.
again, I would know. All drow are bad.
All
oh,
unequivocal.
isn't that Space
So,
races.
ding. I gotta. Where's the?
Edit
What? I have a
time.
note. I have a note. Okay.
Wait, do I?
See,
Okay.
you are far in the lead now. Just
Some
making it
people
clear.
just don't like the mommy dommy
Well,
drows.
I'm just saying if she's the leading space race and she says all drow are evil, I mean, doesn't that kind of check boxes?
Something
I'm
Minthara.
just saying,
I don't know.
Wasn't I just speaking truth about my people? I was just communicating to you guys what I already know about myself
Yeah, because
and
but
my
see,
my partner, my long-term partner, who I am not divorced from because I can't.
here's the
Oh,
thing.
yeah,
Don't worry,
that
the drow are
kid.
good people.
They're great people.
Here's the thing.
Oh yeah, that was a thing that happened.
Yeah, yeah, no, they just set like a team to kill me and kidnap our friend because they're mad that I left.
Mm-hmm. That was a
Ask-
thing.
Projecting
Ask any
your
of the Jotun here how many times I've been hit in the head. It's sad, really.
We none of
But
us
I
know
think-
how many times any of us have been hit in the head. We have officially lost count.
But I think
Look at
Scarlet
us.
has. I think Scarlet has more concussions than you, but I think that's the only person.
Well, she's right at swing level.
I know. That's what I tell her all the time.
People sucking. Oh.
Oh boy.
I'm trying to figure out how to put this gently, Mizui.
Ooh.
Projecting your drow's insecurities onto an entire group of people just because you are a drow and you understand you hate yourself greatly doesn't make it any less racist.
Are you still
Oh man. Oh man. Alton took you to therapy. That's like, ooh.
Wow!
That's insulting.
You know what? Hold
when he
up.
needs to
Hold
be.
up. Good Barrel just got inspiration to use later. That was
Yes.
probably one of the coolest things so
I
far.
Oh my God. I just realized my whole character's built on racism against her own people. Like, think about what she does
Who are
and
in
who she
turn
worships
racist.
and why she worships that person.
I
She's just
love how
like-
she's the last one to notice this.
No, but I just didn't realize that it inspired, her entire life and everything she's ever done.
Fun fact, Mizui has now realized this at the beginning of game 26. We have been doing this, I've counted. We've been doing this so far for about 104 hours of streamed game time.
Nice.
Just Galactic. That's not Vampire at all.
Oh! Put Mizui's Matt. Put Mizui's face up and do the whole math thing.
Equations and equations.
Oh shit! No,
He's on it.
no. Did we all know this the whole time? Like the whole.
Yeah, I mean,
You sent me your
not the
character
whole
sheet,
time.
or you sent me
But you didn't
your
wanna
you sent me your
say it.
background. You
not
sent me
the
it in
whole
writing,
time.
and I went, "Oh, this is where we're going." Okay, and like that's the story we're getting. There it is. It took him 15 seconds.
Yeah, not, Mizui, not the whole time, not the whole time, Mizui.
Matt, you're going to become my new graphics guy. This is how this is going to work.
It took me like I don't know 4 or 5 episodes to realize that pretty much was your character.
Interesting. I
So-
just like to really hit those hard topics to talk about, so that
I
we
bet
have
you
like a
like-
platform with.
Uh-huh. I bet you like hitting those hard topics.
But don't worry, guys.
I mean, I do like a
He's
hard
good
top.
person.
There we are.
In silence.
And silence. Not silence, driving noise. Also, you guys will probably notice there are pretty significant changes to Roll20 since we left.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah.
Every
There's
time we
been-
leave,
Mm.
There's been a bunch
Every
of
time we-
updates, so good on you, Roll20. I like most of these.
every time we
Except
leave
for
on
that one,
hiatus.
and it knows what it did.
Yeah,
You
fuck
might-
that
you-
one thing that I don't know what it does.
If you hear me bitching later, you found out what you're talking about. But yes, for the most part, that pretty much hits the nail on the head. The last time you guys had left, it was a bit of a Mad Max situation.
But dude, we were fucking
A bit.
fighting on cars and shit. That was
fighting
wild.
on cars.
Witness me.
Witness me may or may not have been spoken.
Mediocre.
there were.
I'm laughing too hard.
Man, I have space races.
There were. I'm just gonna say she's at 5, and the closest runner-up is 2. Bless you. In said Mad Max situation,
Man, I need the more you know.
I'm on it. I don't know that I got that one saved.
in the Mad Max
Which
situation,
space races?
a builder had run into one of his
Assholes.
ancient
One of his
foes,
assholes.
and you guys have been traveling with. Where are you?
Alton's ex.
Alton's ex, the druid Lini, as well
Oh,
as.
Oh, hi.
I think
Oh,
she
hi.
still likes you, Alden.
I don't
Well,
think so.
if she didn't, she wouldn't slap me in the face this much, to be fair.
Yeah, you should
you never
definitely
know.
go for
Okay,
that.
all right. So if we're gonna
And a Hell
verify,
Knight.
saying she's hitting you because she's liking you, because she likes you, is just as bad as saying that about men. I'm just saying. I mean, boys, but whatever.
That didn't make it any
Yeah.
better.
Yeah,
That
but
didn't
we
make
like
any
it
better,
when
did it?
Alden gets that.
Well, I mean, okay, but I'm not wrong. Oh, he hits her. He's so cute. It's because he likes you. No, honey, that's not. We can't do it the other way around either.
Not even a little.
I mean, if
A
it's
little.
consensual.
Not unless expressly consented to.
But he's into it.
Yeah, what y'all aren't realizing is Alton was here for that entire.
Joke's
the
on
entirety
you.
of
I'm
it.
into that shit.
Exactly.
Unironically.
Yeah, we know he's into it because the woman's actually touching him.
No, it's because she's curious in her own way.
Does Haran have
Oh.
does Haran have inspiration right now?
I don't know.
If he doesn't now,
Does
he
he?
does.
I feel like the
Goddamn.
last episode, actually, partway through, we all lost our inspiration. I think we all lost it last time. on
Might
purpose.
have.
I
You
think we were in
probably.
trouble. I'm
you
pretty sure
probably,
nobody
yeah.
has inspiration.
Nope, I still have inspiration because I'm just one funny bitch.
I have inspiration as well.
I was gonna say if you didn't, now you do.
Double inspiration.
You guys are rolling down a jungle road on an orc planet in basically a big. It's like an APC.
Gotcha.
Yeah, basically a tank. Lenny's driving. Alton's still got the shotgun seat. And you guys have been riding with Hell Knight, Chiron. And you guys had elected to kind of take a side entrance, what you hope to be a hidden entrance into the castle you need to break into, which is the Black Rock Foundry.
Boundary, not fortress. I moved it back.
Close enough.
Prison.
You guys are on this this jungle road, and there is a point where you can see like there's a dip in a valley and like a break in the tree line, and off in the distance you can see there's a point where the jungle is absolutely not jungle anymore. It has been very much cleared away, and off in the distance you can see you're kind of getting a little close to the exterior of, where are you? Come on, roll funny. I was just singing your praises. Do the thing. There you go.
You gotta be nicer to it, really tell it it's doing well.
No.
Whisper sweet nothings in its ear.
No.
Tell it how good it is at roll 20ing.
But you see that off in the distance.
Oh, fuck.
Nice.
You're not
That's
driving
actually
directly.
Fantastic.
Yeah, but you're not driving directly towards it. But again, Haran's deep love for orcish technology. You see what an orcish
Absolutely love it.
forge and foundry would look like if it was mushed together with a fortress. Oh, good. Thanks, Matt.
The bow you know.
Nice.
Makes it worse.
That's the best one I can find.
He takes these requests seriously.
I
Um,
do. You don't even know.
But the vehicle isn't driving directly towards this fortress. It's kind of going off to the side. And Linny kind of calls back, we're probably going to be there in 15 minutes or so. Is there anything that we need to do before we get there?
We should probably take a stock of all our equipment.
Had that long rest, right?
You did.
Right,
You
yeah.
finally managed to
Fantastic.
acquire the long rest.
Thank
But-
you.
Yeah,
Oh,
'cause
a long rest. Oh,
ass
oh my
was
God!
kicked.
Thank you.
Yeah, we did that last time. Like mechanically, long rest you got officially. Hit points, the whole works, spells, yada yada. It was one of those long rests in the car though, so it's
One level of exhaustion is what you're saying.
you don't get levels of exhaustion. No. Give me ideas.
This is the year she wants this campaign over, one way or the other.
I mean, I can make that happen pretty easy.
Y'all ready for a new mechanical system?
I'm not
All
saying I
right,
have shit in the back
everybody,
pocket.
page the ascension.
No. Holy shit. No. Never.
I'm about to play in one. It's
That's
it's
too much. That's a
horrifying.
lot of chaos.
It's so many pages.
Designed for that. But the APC is starting to go off on a side road away from the main path that would lead to the Blackrock clan's capital, essentially.
Question:
Bully.
Are those orcs for scale?
Those are orcs standing about, I want to say, a mile or 3 away for scale.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying you see if you follow the road up, there's just these little tinier and tinier dots.
Yep. That's scale.
Oh.
You were
Neato.
warned you were storming the castle. That's the scale.
Well, I'm glad we chose the little drow thingy and not the actual fortress.
You don't want to run up the
Okay.
front door?
No, we can do this. Where's the rest of us?
I mean,
This sounds eerily familiar.
I know a way to blow up the entire castle.
Us and what army?
Yeah,
A-
really
a,
though.
powerful mage that can lift a heavy boulder.
The old D&D classic, rocks fall, everyone dies.
No, just one.
Does anyone have heat metal?
I just need to plug up the incredibly large forge.
I'll tell you what I do have, and it's not heat metal. It is stupidity that is powerful enough to get me through anything.
Oh my
Well, you
god.
know, kill your
It
Remember,
gets you.
recall
No,
this from
Alton,
trial.
it gets
It's-
you into anything.
He's actually an
Into-
orc.
Not through. Not through.
That
into.
actually makes him an orc if
So,
he's
so quick vote. We all just let Alton die next time.
Only if
I'm
we
not
can let
going
you
to.
die next time you run in first.
Hey. Hey.
no follow up, just hey.
I have no counterpoint, but hey.
It's
Beautiful.
so rude.
So-
Hey,
To be
I'll
fair-
maybe next time I'm racist. Apparently.
To be fair, Alton is a
foul.
pretty dumb guy. But when it counts,
Really?
he comes up with the dumbest ideas that work.
Does he? Or does he come up with dumb ideas that everyone else makes that makes it work
For
because
cover.
we don't have a
Makes
choice?
the cover from.
We don't have the choice because he's already charged in, going this plan
Would
works.
would the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise function without Jack Sparrow? Somebody
Yes,
has
a lot
to.
better.
He probably
A lot
would,
better.
but it wouldn't have been as good of a movie.
No, it would not.
Yeah.
No, it would not have all. Not at all. All right.
The
you
word
know
you're
what?
looking for is instigator. Oh fuck, he's doing this. Everybody scramble and figure it out, and you figure it out. He's not the leader, he's the instigator.
I am chaos incarnate. Things
no,
just
you're-
work.
No, no,
He
things
just
don't
initiates
just work.
contact with the enemy. I mean, that's all he does. He
You
initiates contact.
leave it to everyone else to make it
Ooh.
work.
I
Fair.
initiate contact, all right, but only when
Fair
I want to.
Oh.
Only when he wants. Only when he wants.
Oh, no.
That sounds a little rapey. I'm just saying.
And I thought that.
I thought it wasn't gonna get
Tatsunasa
worse
was
than
supposed
Space
to be the
Racing.
horny teenager. You know, horny to dragon.
Yes, we always pick this. Hey, we're
Sometimes
just
we go
letting out our
shopping.
stress and anxiety on each other a little. Just a
No,
little.
I don't do that with any of you.
As long as we don't mention orc technology.
Hey, we're
It
going
just
into
doesn't
an
make
Arctech
sense.
fortress. Yeah, there's your stress and anxiety.
No,
we're
it
we're
just
just
doesn't make sense. I
relieving
don't
the
ex-
pressure of the situation by
No,
bickering
we're
amongst
never like
ourselves.
this.
I don't have anxiety about it. It just doesn't fucking work.
Alton.
I don't think that has the intended effect.
Tiny child, please stop shushing the pirate.
And that,
Not
referring
really
to
a
the
pirate,
halfling,
just, you know.
referring to the halfling as a child brings you up to 6.
It wasn't referring to the halfling child. I was
Um,
referring to the 17-year-old child.
Oh,
Somebody
okay.
wanna-
That's actually fair.
somebody
Just
were-
because he's tall.
That's fair. I'll
doesn't
put you
mean
back
he's
down.
not.
Oh,
Everyone
that's a
Probably
bot.
also racist
What do we
Yeah.
got?
to
How do I
adult
ban
people,
you?
So, I mean,
Yeah.
You're getting
There's a bot
destroyed.
in the chat.
How do I kill you?
But that, I have an axe.
Oh, right there.
it's not hard. I only have 30 hit
Bam.
points.
Boom. Got you. Bye bye.
Oh shit! Sorry.
It's all good. I was warned. This time
It's
I was
like they're
paying
not
attention.
even trying to hide.
They're not.
It's like they're not even trying to hide anymore.
They're not.
Uh,
So, is there any actual preparation going on at this point? Not that there needs to be. The full rest is definitely some preparation that happened. But on this car ride, I'm assuming that some of this bickering is definitely in character because that's just honestly funny.
Yes.
I just honestly don't know how much longer
What's
I can
up,
do
cat?
Tatsu's voice without, getting polyps.
So what you're saying is this should be how we go out in a blaze of glory.
What are you working on, Haran?
Polyps?
I'm gonna message you what I'm working on.
That concerns me.
oh,
Why? It's not Alton working on it.
Yeah, right.
That does
No,
not-
but Alton does have
You
Orc
don't.
Tech that he wants to make blow up.
You don't know, man. We'll see what happens.
Is there any
Oh, hey Tom. Hey, Tom.
strange clause in the Adventurers Guild that requires us to keep Alton?
For no reason, right?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're talking about. If you're talking about accidentally losing a guildmate because they irritate you, you're probably going to get a rap for that. There's going to be a reputation.
I was saying hand him a pink slip, but sure.
So you're pretty much going to Gorko Alton.
No. We're gonna replace completely different.
Wait, you're gonna replace me with Gorko?
Mm-hmm.
How about this? Use a new party member. You guys have really great luck
I'm
with
in.
really great
I'm
luck
really
with
sorry,
Tabaxi.
Alton.
I'm very much
Sorry,
in.
but
Because wasn't Gorko
It's not
kind of
you!
abandoned by his
It's-
team?
Gorka was
No,
absolutely
no.
abandoned.
absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. Freya.
It's not you. It's us not wanting to have to deal with you.
Exactly.
Hi, cat.
Oh, no, it's not that I don't want to deal with you. It's that there was the option of a tabaxi.
Oh.
Like that one that betrayed you that one time and played you real easy because y'all like cats.
Different tabaxi. There's more
I've
than
learned
one.
no lessons. This
I
is
believe the
you
DM
can't
gets a
judge all
racial
tabaxi on
counter
one
here.
tabaxi talk. You get a point.
You just ran into one. It's the only one you've run into. In that one.
Anyway, we have a backstory to get to, so let's blow this shit up.
All right.
We have a hell of a party to kick off if we're setting off fireworks on this fortress. Do we have any explosives by chance, or are we just working with whatever we can find inside?
Okay, so here's the plan. We tie Alton to a bottle rocket.
I have this arrow bloom in my pocket.
Okay.
We talked about that being useful, but I don't recall how it was useful. Is it very toxic?
There is a joke about drugs. Depends. Give
Yeah.
me a. That would be a either medicine or nature check.
Is that going to be the title of this episode? Racism and drugs.
We'll see how the night
That
goes.
sounds more like an intervention than an episode title.
That's a 25.
It's not the most toxic thing in the world, but it would be like a fairly mild. It'd be a mild poison.
It'd make him feel a little funny. You know what would make him feel really funny? Mushrooms.
Mushrooms?
I have some. Still.
Not surprised.
I recall comparing orcs on blue hallucinogenic mushrooms to Viking berserkers last time, and I think that's not my plan.
I'm sorry, I can't look away from that cone. That is the best thing I've ever seen. I love it.
Let me see if I can get her to come up so she can be seen on screen.
What if? And hear me out on this. We make some sort of
Fantastic.
powder, spread it through some of the air vents, make them go berserk and fight each other, and sneak around that
How would you do
chaos.
that?
How do you convince
They're
them to
already
fight one another?
He'd probably make you do it, Hank.
Give him $1. I don't know.
Orcs
No,
are
I mean-
dumb.
No, I
You-
mean, but how? Yeah, but how do you know you can get them to fight each other?
Oh, you're not even on this list. Shit, I gotta put you on here now.
That's true.
Alton's on the
Okay.
board.
They have no
Just so
reason
we're clear,
They have no reason to start fighting each other.
they do if you egg them on to fight each other
How
subtly.
would you do
Oh,
that?
so now we have to find eggs?
Not literally. Just toss a rock at one and make them think another did it. It's not hard.
Oh, then you do it.
it's-
I'll watch you.
Yeah, that was the plan. I was going to sneak through the air vents and release the hallucinogenic
Go for it.
aerosol.
I'll sit in the car and watch. We'll see how far that works out.
This is typical Adventurers Guild planning procedure.
No,
Absolutely not in the least. This is just our planning procedure.
no.
That
His-
makes me feel
his-
better and worse.
His planning procedure.
We take no part in whatever that is.
I'm just saying, we start chaos somewhere once we sneak inside, and
Builder,
then we have an
give me
easier
your
time
hand,
sneaking
please.
around.
Okay, and she'll touch you and say a little prayer, and you will have an advantage on your next initiative roll. The goddess
Thank
guides
you.
you.
I do appreciate it.
He's such a cute doggo.
A very cute dog. She's
What
a
would
bug.
the roll be to turn the mushrooms into an effective powder? Because I'm actually all in on this plan now.
Probably medicine.
I think we rolled medicine all the times that I tried to pull this bullshit off, you know?
It's a little chunky. You basically take. You don't really have a mortar and pestle, so you just kind of.
Who doesn't have a mortar and pestle?
They're just like
Alden.
squishing it up. You feel like you've made more of a mess than anything, but they're not solid mushrooms anymore. They now, if you put them in a plastic bag, they would look like something you could sell back at the Rogues Hall.
Alright, so...
McGrubbins
gonna
probably
do
would
this?
buy that off of you.
McGrubbins would buy it off of me, and that I appreciate. I'm positive they probably have some sort of drinking apparatuses somewhere that we could sneak these into.
Oh yeah, mushroom tea. That grows so
Now we're
quickly.
poisoning
And
well.
we definitely have all the time for this drug to take effect in small particles.
I'm sure they'll all drink at the same time from the same contaminated source at once, so that way it's not, you know. obvious what's going on.
This is an infiltration, not a siege.
Indeed. Again, the primary objective in this is twofold. First off, less important, we will need to disable the anti-aircraft weaponry that's in the fortress that prevents our backup and our exfiltration ship, our exit from landing. And lastly, we have to unseat the war boss and remove this power source from there. Whatever it takes to get that done, that's what we need to do.
If we can set it up, if we can do this in such a way that doesn't alert the entire base to what we're trying to accomplish, the better.
Agreed.
So let's not try to drug everybody or create a huge scene unless we absolutely have to. Let's try to be stealthy as we can.
Oh, all right.
Do my best, but
Yeah, I'm just as stealthy as you are, Builder.
yeah.
Fine, we'll do this the stealthy way. No
Oh,
distractions unless necessary.
Oh,
I just, you know.
no, Alton. Let's not do something that you're good at. No, let's do everything else.
I'm good at two things. Being
Drinking
sneaky.
is not one of those things.
Make that 3. I'm good at drinking. I'm good at stealth. And I'm good at making a scene. Making a scene would come in handy to give the rest of you the opportunity to sneak through undetected. I'm just saying. But if we all want to stay together and sneak around, that's
Who
fine.
would be?
We can do that.
I have to know who would be
Not
seated
to- not to
immediately
just put his
behind
hand on
Alton
and
right
shoulders
here.
like, wait, that might be a good idea.
Immediately behind Alton.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Okay,
Leanie
it's
would absolutely
probably-
be right behind Alton.
No, Leanie's driving.
Alright, Blood.
Oh.
Is it me or you sitting
Whoever it
behind
is,
Alton?
I'm gonna say just for
Don't say
for
it's me.
okay, I'm just gonna say that Leanie like kind of leans over and like looks behind her, which would be at Tatsu, and would like mouth like he's good at 2 things, and just turn back to the wheel while he's talking, trying like so he doesn't notice it.
And it's not drinking.
What? Hold on.
What?
With a 13 passive perception, would I notice that?
I'm gonna make you roll for it. We're not doing a passive on this.
All right.
If we're gonna
all
be
right,
dicks,
all
we're gonna be dicks all the way.
Yep. Huge dick.
Nope. Which is
All right.
perfect. That seems to fit. That seems to fit the story.
I mean, there's definitely merit in the sneakier method, but the question really stands is, do we have the time and the capability to pull off such an operation? Because I'm leaning towards the latter, considering that we've been ambushed on this car ride. We've created a giant mess where we came from, that there's likely some form of alarm that has been raised. Who's to say that they're not prepared for us to show up?
It's a very good point. We know that they were calling out in their comms. Even if we didn't see reinforcements with the call made, if they showed up before we got here, they'll know something has gone on.
Like I said, I don't expect, I don't want to run through the front door, surprisingly enough.
I
But at
climb
the same time,
where
I
the
don't-
oak leader is waiting for me at the top. We do. But he does not realize that I'm actually right-handed. Oh, come on, guys.
oh, you seen that movie?
I just watched that
That's some
movie.
work.
I just watched that movie the other day. I appreciate the reference.
That
It's
was
my.
me.
It's
It's
a good
my-
reference. But
I finally saw that movie for the first time the other day, actually, as luck has it.
For the first time?
wow.
Yes.
Welcome to
With-
true adulthood.
With my wife's family.
Says the
It's their favorite
person
movie.
who knows very little about Star Wars.
Yeah, but I know about Princess Bride.
That kind of makes up for it.
I just think space is kind of boring.
As we play a space game.
We play a space game.
Play Starfield. You're not wrong.
See, fuck you, Todd Howard. Anyways,
So not worth the buy.
no, emphatically no. Look at the Steam reviews.
I'm a big Bethesda head, and no, absolutely not. I regret my purchase. Back to game though.
I'm not saying that we don't have a quieter playing start. I think it's definitely worth the thought process to go into it to decide a better way. But we definitely need a backup because with our track record and
Builder looks directly at Alton.
Yeah.
some of the people on here, there's a high probability that we'll need it.
I know not what you mean. No, I just, yeah, we should absolutely keep a backup plan in case things go south because time and again they have on this planet especially. It's,
Kick him again.
So, it's probably been close to 15 minutes at this point, and the truck starts to pull up, dips down a little bit of a valley, kind of hides away the charred ground next to the foundry that's been strip mined for resources. There was like a river running behind the fortress, kind of to wash away waste. And you seem to be going down a path that goes closer to the river that runs towards it. And the APC goes a little bit off-road through like a path that looks like it was more of a footpath than like constant vehicle travel, or maybe like something smaller. Fee would probably guess maybe like drow style bikes, like hover bikes and things that they would use to move around quickly. And you pull up to a little base that seems built into the side of the hill.
Fee, I'm gonna guess, just because of what I know of you, which is little at this point. But how many traps should we expect?
Inside or outside?
Let's go with yes.
Depending on how often this is used still, which hopefully isn't much. I'd say outside, most of the traps that could have been triggered would have just by passing wildlife. And those really require lots of upkeep. Inside, I don't know how many we should expect, DM. What would I know about this?
This is something that is definitely of your people as I look at the skills. I would honestly just say history with advantage.
Oh, that'll be great. That'll be so good. Don't worry. I'm gonna give you guys solid intelligence on this.
Yep. So about what you would expect. Drow are paranoid. At least, especially in the military operations, they're secretive by nature, and just the society that has put them where they are is very Cold War vibes, and For a base, you would probably expect there to be traps, but inside of a base that belongs to them, would they want to blow up their own people? You're not sure.
Fair.
A whole lot of maybe, but you really don't know.
All right, so Fee would explain this vaguely as we kind of count on a lot of people, not being the best people with theft and espionage and things of such. In my experience, sneaking things out is usually usually less difficult because you're already inside of the stronghold. So I would say there's probably not overly many inside, but not none. I think our biggest weakness here would be that we don't know if there are drow inside, or who may be inside, and we'll definitely be approaching basically in the open. So, regardless of traps, I'd be more concerned somebody's in there to deploy weapons proper.
So, while you all are discussing that, Alton would like to take Jeem's datapad and attempt to check the comms chatter.
So that is probably going to be it's goofy goblin tech. So I'm gonna say that's gonna be like with that, what you're trying to do with it would be investigation. Normally I would put it at disadvantage because goblin tech, but we've established Jim knows goblins, so he can probably figure it out. So I'm just gonna make it a straight roll. And that ain't bad.
Continue the discussion. I'm just, checking a few things.
As of now, you don't pick up anything. Not this far out. It's not that you're
Suspiciously benign.
It's not that you're using it wrong. You're opening the right menus and you're seeing the right things. It's basically like if you cracked open, like to see if there was any Wi-Fi out there, and there's literally none, which is weird.
I imagine if we're banking on paranoia and the inside being relatively empty, walking up the main path would probably be the safest. Presuming that they wouldn't want to blow themselves up, I would say that, walking in the front door, especially unmanned, is safest. We could just keep our eyes out. We'd be much more likely to run into something tucked against the back of the building.
Okay.
I would say that most people don't expect the enemy to stroll in the front door.
Builder starts walking up to the front door.
Keep your eyes peeled.
Excellent.
Can I make a perception check to see what I see around in the immediate
I
front
was
door
just going to
neighborhood?
offer to go front to look for the traps.
Y'all, you just do what you're doing. Who's doing what? Speak up and
Builder
forever hold your
trusts
peace.
Fee to not lead him astray at this point. So we're
Fee's
good.
keeping her eyes. Oh, I rolled an advantage. It's only a 20.
So yeah, only a 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20, yeah.
Dirty 20 is still good.
Ooh, dirty 20.
Oh, baby.
I'd almost have given Fee advantage on this anyways, because it's her architecture, but...
Fair.
Ron's just working on a thing. Don't worry about him.
I'm worried about it.
Ron, we should at least focus on the road ahead.
He's walking.
The Hell Knight is like kind of trotting up like to Haran's side as they start to approach the door. Notices that he is working on something and slowly begins to hedge like slightly away off to the side as if gaining distance.
Working on a bomb.
Should be easy. His legs are much
Use
better.
it, please. Was that another racist comment?
It wasn't
I
a
don't know.
racist comment. It's a joke about somebody's height. It doesn't have to be racist.
Oh, it was a short joke. Okay. I mean, it was. It
Do you
was.
know how big horses are?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. So I'm just saying one of them is quite tall. The other one's a dwarf.
Yes,
It's fair.
he can
That's what was
definitely
racist.
he can definitely see what I'm working on, and he's definitely familiar with the technology I'm using to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, frightening.
And is moving away. So Alton, you look around. In the tree lines and stuff where there could, in theory, be like enemies hiding in the tree line or up in the trees, you get a good solid look around and don't really see anything that looks like it could be a threat. There's a few, looks like there might have been a few animals running away as you guys exit the truck. Notably, Linny stays in the truck. She had mentioned before that she's not going in and is more than happy to play getaway driver if need be. We're gonna go in order of like how things would go. Builder kind of just walks up to the door. And it's a big, tall, like 20-foot tall, like kind of like a Star Wars blast door. It is clearly heavily armored. And there is a like little entry pad off on the sides, off to the right side of the door that looks like it'd be for a key card or a password or something like that. Fee, with your perception check, which is a little higher, and your knowledge of your people's architecture and such, you walk up and you see the door, and you can spot up in a couple of the corners, there's ever so small little indentations, a little slit, a little opening, almost certainly trapped. Or at least some form of security system.
Okay, don't touch the door yet. What does Fee know? What does Fee know about disabling these traps? Is that the same information toolkit, or?
Well, you can assume that if you know the password, you can open the door.
Great. Fee will indicate these spots and say, we'll have to be careful how we get this door open.
Ron, you got a minute to look at this keypad?
Hold on to this, but I wouldn't jostle it too much.
I will hold it.
Phil is a statue.
Yeah.
Even.
Well, that would
It'd be.
Alton just.
I could just. I'm sorry. There's just a moment in my head, and I'm going off topic now. Just to see Builder just hold it, think about it for a second, and then just like throw it to the moon. Sorry.
Don't jostle it too much. Oh, I don't want to be this close to this thing.
Now there's a distraction
This is
3
a
miles away.
problem.
It's reasonably safe. I just, safe side. What do you need me to do?
The keypad, we need to figure out the code, preferably in a way that doesn't activate the security measures that V has pointed out.
Ah. Sure.
It is a computerized lock.
Okay.
That's your wheelhouse, buddy, not mine.
What is your wheelhouse?
I drink and I know things. Next.
Yes, but you don't know how to disable this. Okay.
Yeah,
What do you
because
think,
I'm better with
Thieves'
the. I'm better with the,
Thieves' tools?
classic locks.
Yeah, I can do those too. Thieves' tools?
Yep. So Haran goes up to the door and starts plugging in, or would it be like a wireless thing? Would he do, or how would it look like?
So
Paint us a picture.
basically, he would see if there's actually a port that he can actually physically access. If there's not, then we're gonna have to do this.
So
A different way.
drow tech. It's one of those things that if you didn't have a screwdriver handy, probably wouldn't be a port. But
Oh, I
kn-
definitely have a
I know
screwdriver
you, and yeah, you could probably actually find a port.
But I actually have screwdrivers built into my hand now.
Uh-huh.
You're compensating for something.
Oh, it's extra handy?
Oh yeah, it's I got tools so plenty. All occasions. I'm not compensating. I'm just prepared, unlike some people.
I'm prepared when I need to be.
All right.
If we could focus on the door, perhaps.
Yeah, that's fine.
An 18. Let me refer to my notes. Excellent. So
Are you sure it's locked? Check the handle.
At least I will
Don't
do
check the
that.
handle.
perfect. So that happens. Are you sure it's locked? Check the handle. And Haran starts getting in and fiddling with and trying to run through lines of code and stuff. And you probably have about a quarter of a second that you see little red warning thing pop up that probably the code didn't work for this lock. And I'm gonna need. This is actually a good time to figure out exactly what's going on here. So we know Tatsu's up to the door because have you checked the handle? Builder's somewhat
I'm gonna-
close. Haran's right there.
Wait. Inspiration gives me an extra D10. Or reroll.
Actually, yeah,
Oh.
you could probably try and use inspiration on here. I would, you know what? We've done D10s and stuff before, but too many of us have played fucking Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
So at this point, I'm just gonna say it's gonna run like that, and it's gonna be re-rolls from now on. If that wasn't the official rules before, I like Baldur's Gate rules better, so we're gonna do that.
I'm reasonably confident we switched that a while ago.
Good.
I don't know
Also-
why I
I
was just
remember it.
making-
vaguely.
While that is happening, Yasana, haven't heard from her yet. Where physically would she be in relation to everybody else in this big fucking door?
I'm literally hanging back until I'm needed.
So you're back about the distance away as with the Hell Knight. Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Okay. Roll another thieves' tool.
Okay. Better.
It's a little better. Drow tech, however, you needed a little bit more.
Okay.
You have about a half a second. Not really enough to let out a warning, more like a and then some. Yep.
Son of a
and then-
bitch.
So I am going to need Builder, Tatsu. Is Fee next to the door? I'm gonna say she's probably up.
She's
with-
probably not quite up on it anymore, you know,
Oop.
to have made room, but she's right up there in the front. She was
within
looking
10
for
feet.
it. Yeah, absolutely.
So Haran, Tatsu, Builder, and Fee. Give me a dexterity saving throw. I really fucking wrote reflex save because I'm still too used to old editions. And I'll tell you right out the gate, you are looking to beat a 14.
Aw, damn.
Builder good.
I'm
Feed
sorry,
me.
I did not quite hear what you said. What do we have to roll?
Dex save.
Save.
Let's see.
Beat a 14. Okay. Builder, Fee, Tatsu, and Haran all rolled. So, Haran and Builder pass.
No.
Fee
Said
and
14.
Tatsu. Mm-hmm.
I did not pass.
Oh,
I got
right.
13.
13. Just missed. You almost get out. So, Builder, you managed to take a nice big step out of the way. You know, I'm going to say, give me another deck save because you're currently holding something.
Fuck. It's safe. Ish.
No, the effects of the trap
Oh yeah.
are cleared. Let's see what's going on with what he's holding.
Oh good.
Oh, good. Do you just get advantage on those?
Danger
Danger
sense for
sense.
Barbarian.
Oh, you do. All right, so the advantage full-blown works, barbarians, man. There's a reason I played them for so long. Builder clears out of the way. Out of those slits up top, there's a very quick, a purplish gas. Seems to be released. And tiny little slivers of, they look like really dim purple, maybe little crystals, shoot out in a little, like a spike trap. So, everybody who made those saves and is not a builder takes that much poison damage.
I do. I have advantage on poison saving throws and resistance to poison damage.
Excellent. So
Oh,
you're gonna
and
take
I don't
half of
wanna-
that. You take half of that. So that means on this next bit, Haran gets advantage on this. A Constitution saving throw for Fee, Haran, and Tatsu. You are looking to
And
beat.
fee, right?
Yeah. You're looking to beat a 13.
Oh,
Damn
So
it!
much, so much for that. But you still have poison resistance, so
Yeah.
nobody. Well, you guys have the poison condition.
Excuse me. Haran, can I try?
Well, actually, and because Tatsu rolled a 1 and was significantly under, Tatsu gets, everyone just like, Builder gets out of the way, everyone goes, ah, shit. Tatsu, huh? And then is very quickly unconscious because it's Drow sleeping poison.
Oh shit.
So Tatsu falls over.
Tattoo is just a Monty Python gag this entire time.
The rolls,
yeah.
man. The rolls tell so much more story than all of us
I
do.
do not know why, but every digital dice system, I roll the worst. Like, it's a statistical anomaly how badly I roll.
I very much feel you. I've had one
never-
character that did okay. Are you still holding that fucking bomb?
Yeah. Alright. So Alton sees this shit go down and he's like, oh, I'm gonna try my hand at this despite my better judgment here.
Alden, first off,
Alden,
before you
let's
do
stop.
that, you would just get this for free because Rogue. Give me a quick perception.
Perception check.
Yep.
Just regular.
Yep.
No, spicy.
Yeah, give me a spicy one. Okay, 18. You see the little slits when you saw the trap go off. Little
Fuck you,
slits
man.
opened.
You know what?
Oh,
The best part about it is I didn't have to change it. That was from some other time you got hit by darts.
it's just there. It's just there.
This has happened before.
It might have. It's from his fucking campaign. So Alton, you see the little slits open, the little needle trap fires, and you've seen like a million automated traps like this. They would normally like reset at this point, and you'd like see it close up again or like go through another thing. It stays locked open. So it appears that because you got an 18 there. Either this trap was a one-off, or if it had multiple charges prepped in it, that was the last one.
I'm just imagining somebody says, "Don't worry, guys. I think it's a one-off." Up and it's like, "Oh, thank God!" And then another one just.
And this one explodes.
Well, was there any confirmation that the door was unlocked?
No. Now that that's over,
It's definitely
the
locked.
security system
It's definitely locked.
had a kill switch that I didn't see in time.
Okay. Well-
somebody want to check on our dragon friend?
But yeah, I'll
Oh, he
let y'all
did.
handle that.
Um,
Unconscious. I would like to try my hand at
Medicine
unlocking the
checking.
door.
Let's.
Okay, there's a couple of things going on at first. First off, let's go. Alton's gonna try doing the door. Fee, you're going to check on Tatsu.
Yep.
So you're not feeling real great yourself. You
I'll look at
can
both of us.
instantly you know that it is like again, this is something directly from your people. It might be your people's most famous of tricks. It's essentially the equivalent of a sleep spell. Tatsu is not in any actual danger. You're poisoned, and
Numbing?
the poison condition kind of sucks. But you're not like Tatsu's not in danger of like dying or taking damage or anything. Tatsu just unconscious and could be woken up safely. But it's probably going to take a minute.
Fee has smelling salts in her medical kit, her witch's tools, as it
You
were.
can be awoken by true love's kiss.
Unfortunately, he'll have to sleep through the mission.
Get on that. Get on that, Alton.
I'm using inspiration on this.
Go for it.
Praying
Inspiration.
real hard to RNG. Oh,
RNGesus is not like you.
I didn't pray hard enough to RNGesus.
So another error message pops up. Door ain't opening.
I can get it. Just I didn't see the trap.
So
Hey, would the matron have like special codes that allow her access to like any sort of drow facility?
The drow skeleton key.
potentially, if somebody had made a better history check earlier to remember
Yeah.
these things from your past, which
Well.
is what history is.
That's fair. That's fair.
Secondarily, I will say, since our two locksmiths are kind of working in concert at this point, if one of you were to assist the other, that person could make these checks with advantage.
I'll take point on this.
I'm better at it than you are.
Alton has 8. Haran has...
Oh, 8? Oh, I thought he had lower. So I have 7.
So, barely.
All right.
So you kind of show Alton around and help him through the computerized portion. Roll with advantage.
Crowbar.
Crowbar.
We've already disabled the trap.
Merp. Doesn't work.
Screw it. Let's shoot the
Forcing
lock
to
off.
fire at your friend
let's-
is
I
not
have-
disabling it.
How about we don't?
A crowbar. Why would we shoot the door when we could just pry it open? We've disabled the trap by triggering it, which happens. I'm not shaming you here, but we might as well just get the door open now, right?
Secondarily, you all notice the trap went off. It's still quiet out. There aren't alarms. There aren't lights going off. There aren't anything. It's eerily quiet except for the sound of birdsong.
We're counting on it being empty. I mean, that's kind of the thought here, unfortunately.
Leany
You
kind of
open the
leans
door.
out of the truck. What the hell you guys
Growl.
doing?
Struggling with a
Ding
door.
dong ditch.
Silent alarms. I
She-
don't like that.
She puts the truck in reverse and starts miming, backing up a little bit, and then stops fucking with you.
All right. Can I use my dagger to pry the door open?
Why
So-
don't we use the
I
crowbar?
have a crowbar.
Crowbar.
What the
Crowbar.
Oh,
you want
I,
to if you want to damage a weapon, go for it.
I
I'd
didn't
rather
think
use
you
crowbar.
actually had a legitimate crowbar.
I'm carrying a crowbar. Would you like to use a crowbar? I figured that the strong person should do it.
I hold up my arm, and a crowbar comes out of the arm.
Look,
We
one of
should
y'all
use
use
mine,
the crowbar
mine's
then.
attached, and we
I
have
mean,
a spare.
I pull it out and go. Mine's not attached either.
Oh. Yeah,
Ron,
yours is
take
bigger.
your-
Whatever.
No, I
Ron,
mean, I'm just
Ron.
saying. Like he's like, I'm surprised anybody had a crowbar.
I actually didn't think anyone would have a legitimate crowbar, and now I don't know what to do.
I have
Ron,
every
take-
tool.
Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
A crowbar is procured. Also, at this point, I'm going to say the smelling salts that were laying upon Tatsu finally take effect.
Hey, Tatsu, we need your strength.
Tatsu, could you pry this door open with this heavy metal bar?
Oh. Okay.
Builder, I'll actually take that back, and you can use it.
Oh, okay.
Did you add an arm in so you could put
So he didn't have to hold it up himself.
I
Yeah.
got,
Hey,
I
dude.
got tired of holding my arm up.
Tatsu gets up and takes the crowbar and crows the door.
Jimmy at the door.
What do I roll? Just straight strength?
Well, I would say it would be strength, but since you were poisoned, it's a disadvantage, which is fun.
I would like to say
You could also get help from anybody to get advantage.
if I take inspiration, do I go to advantage?
Well, you would
Just
go.
been help.
You would go to even because if you were at disadvantage, giving yourself advantage would put you.
Okay,
to
yeah. Let's
single
get
one.
rid of disadvantage because we know what my dice do.
Is this really the thing where we were like right here to help you that you want to burn that on, or?
I can.
Fine.
Hey,
can
mechanics
help
are
you
all
with
yours.
that.
Sorry.
Builder, give me a hand.
Look, we have two crowbars.
Give me 1 second.
Okay, now it's going to be advantage.
I swear, if like Builder just takes off his arm and throws it at.
God damn it!
I knew it.
Here you go. I'll help.
So that puts us at normal or advantage.
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 You have two crowbars now.
I would actually say you're both doing it.
Double the fun.
You know what? Just for funsies. So that's Tatsu. Builder also roll with advantage. So 21. It's pretty good.
Oh, stopping each other.
Oh,
It's a
that
21.
16 knocked that so off track.
Retired.
42.
Exactly. So you guys, it's one of those doors that goes to the side, and you wrench one crowbar in, you wrench the other crowbar, and you guys manage to push exactly in the right because you tied on strength scores. There's like this weird synergy that's going on, and the door like is pushed open just a little bit, so you guys can get your hands in and then pull. And there's this horrible screeching noise for about 2 seconds. A loud ping, ting, 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 ting as something falls, and then the door seems to be just on sliders, although it is still very heavy, and you slowly pull these doors open.
Oh.
Muscle Bros.
Are either of the crowbars damaged in this event?
Nope.
Great. I'll
Successful
done with that.
rolls.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll put
I'll
mine back
take-
in my arm.
Yeah, I want mine back. These
Mine just
clearly
melds
don't
back in.
deserve one.
Mine just melts back into my arm.
Kitty, also Black Kitty. So many Black
Yes.
Kitties.
Yep.
Hi, Elfie.
The number of things that Fee is carrying that you guys don't know about, like, I just need you to
Concerns
know
me.
when she's prepped for battle, she's just like absolutely full up with stuff and things sticking out at different angles. There's like, it's ridiculous.
Things that Fee is carrying that we don't know about. Racist tendencies.
So,
Space
As-
Oh, wait till you
herpes.
see her penis.
Oh, I hope to God it's not a baby.
Oh.
I didn't
You
do
know,
it. I had
that's
nothing to do with it.
that's actually the zinger that I was waiting for. I was gonna say after an hour and 20 minutes of gameplay, we've managed to open a door, but
What happens when we take so long?
you
off?
guys, this what happens was we need some warm up time. So the door is
I can
opened
hear
and you can see a long metal hallway and stairs that descend down into darkness. But I believe that is going to be a pretty good spot for us to pause for our mid-session break. So everybody can run to the bathroom, do whatever they need to do, and yeah, we'll be back 10, 15 minutes, something like that. So thank you guys. We'll be back very soon.
We got the door open. Time for a break.
And I have to
Yes!
update our fucking racism thing here because it's changed now. All right, we'll be right back. Bye. And we're clear.
Unmuted.
And we back? Check.
Undisputed.
1 2 1 2.
Yeah, that's it. We back. We back. Fantastic.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Yay!
We back,
That
bitches.
was story of my
We're always
freaking life.
back. Ah,
Fantastic.
Am I checking that was 5 4?
Alrighty.
Oh,
Hey, they added that emote to Lethal Company, you know.
Oh, I still haven't played that fucking game yet. I have it now. I haven't played
recommend
it.
oh,
I won't play with you. We can do it.
Friends.
You
Play,
have it,
play
right?
this game with friends.
who? What? Me? Yeah, I have it. Remember we played together with Kitsune,
Yeah, see, we should team up.
It's going to be a catastrophe,
and it was
but I'm here for it.
fucking chaos.
So, the literal door to a potentially abandoned drow base hangs open in front of you. Staircase goes down. Looks like there might be light sources down there, but it's pretty dark. At least from the outside in the bright sun of a jungle planet. What y'all doing?
How dark is it in there exactly?
Hmm.
Do we need dark vision?
No.
Okay.
It's dim. But also, you all take a moment and think, if this goes sideways, this might be the last time I see the sky. Just passes through your head.
I have one thing to do before we go in.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
With that thought in mind,
Uh-huh.
I go.
I'm gonna turn around. What you do with her is you're.
I go back to the car. I say to Leni, if this is the last time I see the sun, I need you to know how much I appreciate you.
Oh, come on, lady, kiss him.
Okay, hold up. Here's what we're gonna do with this. Because
Well,
I want to see what happens here. And
Well,
as with all things, we're gonna make it all depend on a dice roll. Not Mowage.
He's not dead. He's only mostly dead.
Emotional damage.
Which means he's mostly alive.
Very possibly. So you're trying to let her know how you feel.
Yes.
No,
Through
no,
the
no, not
definition.
to love. Said to blave.
Through the true definition of the word, what you're trying to do now is to persuade. So I need you to make a persuasion check.
Okay.
And I just want to see how this goes. So
That
here.
I should use my inspiration here.
Beans. So here's how this goes. She's like, you looking up at her at basically in the driver's seat of an APC with the window down. She's got like her elbow out because she's basically been a badass truck driver this whole time. She like looks at you. She looks down at you, and it's the same like goofy, just like complete flat expression that you've seen like the whole time, and you just hear as the window goes up, but it stops before it gets to the top. It comes back down, and she like, so nobody else can see. It's just a little slit, and you're the only one lined up. She gives you a little wink, and then it goes up the rest of the way.
Aw.
He's ashamed of you.
Heron, take your inspiration back.
That went better than I expected. I mean, it didn't go.
I mean, you
didn't
said I
go the worst
appreciate
it
you,
could've
not I
gone.
care about you, not I love you, not you're important to me. I appreciate you.
That's
There's not that many
I'm
times where I see
understand.
something makes Matt shake his head, and that was just pretty great.
I'm so glad that my species shed our biological impulses eons ago. That's all I have to say on this.
I
It's
don't know,
too
it
hard
seems to
to
have affected
imagine
you
an
pretty
awkward
solidly,
builder trying
Mia.
to flirt.
I would just like to point out. I would like to point out that I've seen worse than what just happened, but not many.
How many
Were
times
they all
have I told-
yours, or did some
No.
other people have them?
Oh no, I don't do that myself. No.
But how many of you have I told that I appreciate any of you? How many times have I said that to any of you? Just so we're clear.
Never.
So
Exactly.
I feel like you said that
next
my-
time that he needs
Yeah.
us to save his life.
Which is why we treat you like we do.
I
We
really-
did
Don't worry,
appreciate us,
we
man.
hate you too, buddy.
It's not that I hate you guys, it's that I reserve my shows of affection for
For
especially
what?
important people at specific times when I know I'm likely to die.
No, it's okay.
AKA
We have
government.
I can only love somebody if my life is in danger.
I can only show that I love someone if my life is in danger.
Right, I can only be vulnerable if my life is in danger physically, so.
I'm sorry, Leanie.
I do appreciate
you
all of you,
think-
but at the same time, fuck you guys.
You think that there's like the vague shadow of a hand waving inside the windshield.
That being stated, everybody still has their light up rock I gave him, right?
Yes,
Okay.
What's this
I
now?
hope so.
What? Oh,
What's this now?
oh, here. He hands the death knight a bolt, one of the bolts that lights up.
Oh, right. You're just essentially it's a light source.
Yeah.
That is just like a little
Five-
screw, basically, a little bolt.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Chiron takes it, kind of looks at it, nods, and like there's a strap on for his shoulder pad, and he
He's
kind
got
of
a
just
strap
like
on his shoulder?
works the thing into it, so it basically has like one of those flashlights that would like strap onto a vest.
Strap on.
I've met you would murder me in your games, but also you'd really enjoy it. I see it on your face.
There she goes again. Into the horny jail.
Bye.
Talking about a centaur with a strap on.
Centaurs don't need strap-ons if you catch what I'm saying.
What if it's a female?
Hey, I've browsed Bad Dragon. We all know what's there.
If this conversation goes on any longer, all of you will die. Let's go.
All right, let's yep, I'm with you. Let's go.
And that's when the Death Knight reported to HR.
That's
And
not.
that's how we got our first complaint to the AG from the times that hired us.
How did you guys embarrass a Hell Knight? What did you do?
We just get an
Talked about
achievement pop
horse
up. At that point.
We did
You
what we
embarrassed the Hell
do
Knight.
best. We did what we do best. That's all you need to
Deeply inappropriate.
There's the title.
Very possible.
Deeply inappropriate.
We're still going, so we might come up with something better by the end. We'll see.
Um,
Oh boy.
given that Fee has familiarity with this kind of architecture and is pretty proficient at spotting traps from her people, she will at least walk beside whoever wants to be in lead if she will not be allowed to lead by herself.
As a point on that, if we're talking about marching order, the corridor you're about to go into can fit about 2 people shoulder to shoulder. It's 10 feet wide.
Oh, well, I'm small, so that's fine.
You still take up 5 feet.
I'm so sorry. I have to
I'm not
go
appreciated
for like
enough to
5
be a
minutes.
mount.
I will be back
Sorry.
as soon as physically possible.
Okay. So, we're just going to assume Tatsu ends up in marching order in an appropriate place. So, how is this going? Fee's
I would
close
like-
to front.
I will walk
Fee.
in front with Fee.
Right.
Okay.
Fee and Builder into front. Okay.
I would like to be behind Fee and Builder.
I'm going to say probably the Hill Knight would take up the second row too.
Can I?
Me and you,
Can I-
and then Tatsu behind.
Fair. Tatsu can hang out with. Do you want Kilowatt, who also takes up 5 feet of space, unless he's attached to somebody,
He'll attach him
in
to-
front or behind you?
He'll attach him to Builder.
Okay.
Put him on Builder.
I'm just going to say, because that's going to be weird. I'm going to say Kilowatt's just going to move to being not on the grid, but Kilowatt will be there when we need them.
Fee is gonna cast Shield of Faith on herself.
That only lasts 10 minutes. Are you sure you want to cast it now?
Oh,
Important-
concentration up to 10
Important
minutes.
questions.
That's not gonna affect AC. It's not gonna affect traps and things, is it?
No.
If they try and, like, if they're actually going to be physical traps that jump out to hit you, but usually
No.
not.
Okay, never mind. I'm sorry.
It's all fine.
Thank you for noticing the up to part. I would not.
That's my job
Thanks, rules lawyer.
as other guy that knows 5e real well.
I'm terrified if you run again. Just saying. In good ways.
I
So
told you
excited.
the other day.
I'm aware.
I
I'm
got
aware.
plans.
I'm excited.
On that note, that means
Do you think that?
you guys get a map.
Do you think the Hell Knight would let me ride on his back
Oh,
to keep a
yeah.
better
Oh,
eye on
Christ.
things?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
please.
Do you want to die an early death? You ask.
Hold please. Hold please. I have to prep myself for this.
Oh, he's going to do it.
Oh, I'm gonna fucking do it. Where the hell? Jesus. I have to scroll through so... Hell Knight Chiron. Do you think it might be possible for me to hitch a ride, as it were, to get a better view and vantage point?
I don't need you allowed to complete this mission.
Well, I figure if I'm up higher instead of down lower, I can spot more danger easily, so...
Sorry, did you ask him that with the horse pun? You wanted to hitch a ride? That's fucked up.
Oh, Jesus. You're making this worse, and this is already me risking my life.
The Hell Knight
Have-
does
have-
actually pull out it's like a tech bow. It's a centaur with a bow. And it doesn't look, well, you can't see the face. Never mind. It might be fine.
I'm trying to keep a better eye out to help us survive what could be any number of death traps.
No.
Alright, fair enough. I will respect that.
Chiron actually pointedly seems to, at least as far as with a helmet with a faceless expression on it, seems to dismiss your presence from existence as they look forward. You guys
I'm
head
so
down.
annoying. You can't ignore me forever.
That's gonna be your problem.
Oh, I make it everyone's problem. Haven't you seen this?
The last thing he did in your presence was explode an orc car with an arrow. Also, you guys are now in a actual room space,
Oh, jeez.
coming down some stairs, and
There
you
we
can
are.
see off to the sides. It looks like immediately upon entering, you see cells,
I
prisoner
don't like how
cells.
small this hallway is compared to how much map we have. The amount of zooming I'm having to do right now makes me quite nervous.
If you think that's bad now,
Shit, I lost my place.
If you were Matt Mercer, you'd have just come out with the thing, you know?
Hey,
Glad he's not
Hey,
that
now.
Mercer.
mm-hmm, me too.
Wow, that'd be cool, because we'd all be in the same room together.
That would be kind
Uh-huh.
of neat.
It would be.
I don't know. I don't know why
I
that would be
kind of like
boring.
the air of mystery and intrigue. Although
Uh,
it scares the shit out of me too.
Looking directly to the left, specifically Alton and the Builder, and also Haran. Got to go around the corner a little bit. Dead goblin in the cell.
Oh fuck! What did they do here? Torture people?
I don't think he wants to be your friend.
He's dead. I don't know. I imagine they just locked him in here and left him.
Welcome
I'm
back.
not sure what's worth.
They have entered.
Okay, how did I die?
You didn't.
Well,
Yes.
you're alive.
They,
You're fine.
they
Well,
walked through the
actually-
door. Alton almost died because he asked to ride the Centaur Hell Knight.
With the horse joke.
Alton, no!
He asked if you could hitch a ride.
10 points to Dalton's racist.
It went up. It went up. I'm gonna mark
Yeah,
it
so-
down.
but no,
just
so-
for-
Only almost died by proximity to Alton.
What can I say? Am I stupid is a problem for everyone, huh?
No, it
This
is.
whole time, Tatsu has just been looking at you going,
that has been canon. Yes. So slight recap. Basically, you went through the door. You are now in on a map space. So you on Roll20, you'll probably have to scroll down to see where you're at. Thin hallway. You guys are kind of crammed in a 10-foot corridor. On the left there, it appears that there are cells with some dead. Immediately to your left, on the
did
west
he-
side, is Goblin, dead.
Apologies.
a
Do these
West
look
Side
like-
Goblin.
Yeah.
How did the goblin die?
So that's gonna be
You want to
For
find out?
you-
gotta follow the Fresh Prince.
I'm gonna say
Fingerprints?
with you
I'm
that would be
West Goblin.
perception or
All
medicine,
right.
whichever is higher.
I'm sorry, please repeat that.
Perception or medicine.
Okay.
Do these look like? Can Feet tell if these are holding cells, torture cells? Leave things to die here, kind of containment. What kind of containment cells these are?
Find out in a second. That's nat 20.
Misana sees everything.
May literally have multiple.
You got
May
more
literally
than one
have
eye, that's for sure.
may literally have more than 2 eyes. This absolutely was a holding cell that has a few like little amenities. There's little cot and stuff in there too, and the creature in there doesn't appear to be tortured to death or anything like that. There's no real visible wounds except what you would normally find on like a goblin. Like one of his ears is kind of torn, pretty average, emaciated, clearly starved to death. Like lips are kind of pulled back, gums exposed, little sharp teeth. and has probably been here a while. We're past starved to death. We're on to approaching there. It's a dry corpse.
Mummified.
They've been here quite a while.
Imagine around about 50 years. Haha, that's history I actually remember.
That is history you actually remember. That's good.
The more you remember.
Should we have safety concerns about the fact that you know the timeline of this base's presence?
I'm 360 years old. I inhabited this planet before we had to leave.
You know, I usually feel young around most people. I'm 16, but wow.
You are young.
Alton, I'm gonna make you make a roll, also just for audience as well, and everybody who hasn't. We haven't played game in like 2 months, so give me a quick history check. You need to beat, since we've talked about it before, you need to beat like a 5. It's a pretty easy. Yeah. You recall that the timeline of Thrak as a planet.
What?
Ah, good thing you rolled that.
Well, ironically, Tatsu would probably really know this one. That's how many years it's been since this planet has been officially free. Beforehand, the Drow kind of served as a ruling body, almost conquerors that kind of just ruled the place and assumed that the native life didn't have enough intelligence to really govern itself or be a bunch of free people. Big rebellion happened, and about 50 years ago, that's when the Council of 8 became the Council of 9, and a Orcish war chief got a seat on the council because they freed themselves from Drow rule. And Nixus, which is the moon of this planet, is where the Drow had to pull back to, their homeworld. So 50 years ago, the Drow had to leave the planet legally.
I'm sure they loved that.
Oh, Fee just outed herself as a Drow to the Hell Knight, if he didn't already know.
I believe we actually covered that, and I believe it's already known.
Cool, okay, great. That's good.
So you're saying...
This would be an awkward time.
So you're saying the year I was born, when the Drow left this planet, they
Alden's
just
50.
left behind their prisoners? Yes, Alden's 50.
Okay.
They left behind their prisoners?
Well,
They couldn't...
I mean, it doesn't surprise me. I didn't know of these ones, but I was not personally involved.
Nixus historically has not been very kind towards its prisoner population. I'm not very surprised.
I just keep finding new ways to be disappointed in so many ways, and this is why I spent a good many years drunker than you would even think possible for a halfling.
Really? How old are you all?
50. Something sort of good, sort of not so good came of my birth, I suppose.
Alcohol sounds excellent if we survive this.
Agreed.
Are you assuming that because you were born at the same time of the Drow's departure, you had some hand in it?
No, not in the least, actually. This is going the completely opposite direction.
Because that's what
My
you
mother
said.
could... I know it sounds like what I said, but what I'm actually saying is what the good that came out of my birth was that I was the last of my mother's children, and she no longer had to bear any more. it's just coincidental that, well, the Drow left this planet and the Council of 8 shifted to the Council of 9 and all the stuff you learn in history class.
Mhm.
Blah, blah, blah.
I
I'm
have,
sure that
I
your
have questions.
birth was the butterfly flap, that the wing flap that caused the
Now,
echoes.
was it because you made your mother infertile, or your mom died after?
Well, if you must know, she actually lived about a year after I was born.
Okay.
She tragically died through other circumstances, which I'm not really clear on.
Well, I don't think you get it. We don't care.
I'm curious as to how your birth and your last. Never mind.
Yeah, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to, because you're
I
only going to
just
get more
didn't
and
say-
more confused.
No, I didn't say I
Judge
didn't want
him.
the answers. I just don't
Judge
understand
him.
the relevancy.
So I'm totally getting why she that window.
Oh, Builder, do you see that there down the hall? We should go look
Oh
closer.
my god, yes I do.
Me and Builder are gonna move down the hallway
Okay.
slowly while Fee looks for traps.
You can, you should be able to control your tokens if you want to give it a little test. Probably don't want to go too crazy far.
Prince down the hall.
Just
But,
have Tatsu go down. Every trap will be set off.
So
What
you're
the
you're
hell?
you're being cautious, I assume. So perception checks on whoever's doing whatever.
So I'm poisoned. Does that put disadvantage on my skill checks?
I don't see anything, I think it's safe.
Poisoned is disadvantage
Ability
on
and
attack rolls and ability checks. So that would be not a skill check, but things like a dexterity check or a.
I don't.
Gotcha.
I
Okay.
see that same nothing that you see.
Right, it looks safe.
It looks like.
Hmm.
I love the way this is going.
Tatsu might want to take off the advantage roll.
Look at all that
I'm gonna-
nothing.
I'm gonna
That's fine.
inspiration.
If it's not advantage, it's just the first
You
one.
know what? You know what? I'm not actually. Never mind. It's fine. Leave me alone.
You
It's fine.
guys.
It looks great. Looks fine. I don't see anything. It's kind of dark in here. We should light some lights.
You pass
I
by
have
a few more things, and there are a few torches, like those low, ever-burning torches in the corners. Seems like they were there more for the prisoners than anything else, but as with the name, Ever-Burning Torch, it never quit. There's a good chance those torches have been here for quarter century or half century.
Longer, likely.
Mm-hmm.
More cells on the sides. A couple of orcs dead. Same thing. Dry corpses. Emaciated.
Yeah, it looks like we've got two paths up ahead.
Can I? Emaciated. And we're sure that it's just starvation that did him in? And to emaciation?
Have you ever been starving?
I mean, they may have just
We're
died without access to water.
we're not getting into my tragic childhood.
No.
No, I jest a little bit. I have been starving, but not to the point of emaciation.
Get your face out of my food.
Dehydrated, on the other hand,
Dog.
is a different story.
Dog.
Watermelon doggo.
Well, I mean, if you were left alone in a cell with nobody to help you, I mean, I imagine.
Tatsu moves on.
Fair.
Can we go
Loving
into
the
the
new
cells?
meta of Alton
They're locked.
and Haran just fighting all the time since the incident.
Which incident? Because there's been many. You might
The
need
one
to
where
narrow it
Builder
down.
blew up the body, and that's why you escaped the true wrath of Haran.
Oh.
It's been all downhill from there, really.
It was downhill a lot sooner than that, but that was just the catalyst to the latest chaos. You said these are locked?
Yep.
Can I have thieves' tools to open one of the cells?
You can try. Everybody does seem to be moving on if you want to stay behind and do it. Pretty good. Clink, clink,
Do I get-
clink.
I'd like to make sure that these bodies are just emaciated. I don't fully trust that we're not trapped in here with something else.
Hey guys, I need to just check out the dead goblin body for no reason.
It's not the goblin bodies I'm
what-
checking,
what
it's
he-
the orc bodies.
What he does in his spare time with green things, I don't care.
Is there anything on this table?
Yeah.
That table is
Pretty design.
a pretty design. It is very, very clearly of Nixus. The architecture in here is quickly becoming very, very familiar. It's gone from very rugged, orcish, jungle, harsh landscape to, oh look, that is a familiar piece of finery that you've seen a bunch of times in your life.
Oh, finery, in fact.
Nothing is on the table except its fancy little design.
Does it appear to have any ports to plug into? Is it a smart table, as it
Nope.
were?
Smart.
No, although its placement is... I'm not even going to have you roll for this. Its placement seems to be particularly cruel because it looks very nice and very right where the prisoners could see guards
having a meal.
perhaps eating or talking or
Drinking.
playing cards or something.
Mm-hmm. It's also really close to the wall, which is kind of strange. Does there appear to be anything under this rug?
You flip it up. The spider eats your face off. No, this is nothing. You check.
Sounds about right.
You check. There's nothing under it.
Do we need a table for our apartment? Sorry, no, it's fine. It's just
If you
hard
wanna
for me to
carry
get.
it.
I mean, I don't think we could get it back to our ship very easily. Although if we stole the ship here. No, it's not important. It reminded me of home, so.
Ooh.
Do you miss it?
Some parts.
With a medicine check, there's no way you can tell. Everybody else seems to be pretty sure. But
Alright,
They-
I'll trust that they're emaciated.
they look. You don't see any wounds.
Okay. Ooh,
Oh,
look, a
7.
door.
2 doors.
Which way do we want to go?
Can I listen on the other side of the door and see if I hear anything?
Ooh, that isn't a terrible idea. Yeah, so you can do that. Give me a perception check.
While he does that, is there like a thick layer of dust on this table, presumably?
Ooh, okay. 2 things. One, yes, there is a pretty decent layer of dust. There seems to be a steel and stone structure around you. So it does produce dust and things of that nature. It doesn't look like anyone sat in that table for a long time. And for Alton, with a 22 perception check, you listen. There's an awful lot of talking behind you, but you've done this before. You've done this a bunch of times. You listen very carefully. You think you hear a barest of something, but you think it's something. It doesn't like strike you as like, oh, there's a monster or a person or something. It's almost. Nope, there it is. It's some other light source like the ones behind you. You can hear the faint crackle of probably more torches or some sort of flame.
I would like to stealthily open the door.
Okay.
Stealth check, I assume?
If you want to be extra stealthy, go for it, yeah. Okay. Click. Another room lies beyond you. Carefully open the door. Clearly dominating the room on the other. Are you like opening it like a little bit, just like to peek in? Is that the gimmick you're doing?
Yeah,
Okay.
just at first.
Clearly dominating the floor is a big engraved spider. You see fireplace on the other side. Looks like there's a bunch of like living areas and like fine couches and things. You do notice a lot of old tablets, books, and things lining the wall. It almost looks like kind of a library, like an office space. And on top of it, there seem to be a bunch of tiny little candles, low lit.
Well, who would like to follow me into this room then?
What do you see?
I see a big spider symbol. I see what looks to be maybe some books or tablets or files or something. It looks almost like an office of some kind.
Books could be useful.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk in.
Does anything happen? He didn't say he was looking for traps. He just
First
walked in.
off,
I'm scared.
I want to congratulate you because I know you've played a little bit of D&D in the past, but you have truly, in this one moment, this is what D&D is. The rogue walks into the room. Does anything happen to him? Like, it doesn't get any more classic than that, and that's. I'm actually a little proud of you. It's like I wish I could have that first time again. So
I'm
no.
so glad it only took how many
Alton-
hours? 112?
Yeah, we're like 100 and something. Yeah, 106.
Mm-hmm.
No. But no, he isn't riddled with arrows or the carpet doesn't come alive and swallow him or anything. He walks in.
Hey, Fee.
Yes.
That symbol on the floor mean anything to you by chance?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the symbol of law.
I thought it gave me the heebie-jeebies.
I would like to pull a book off and just kind of scan what kind of books these are.
So you're on
Same.
the okay, interesting. So you're both on different sides, which makes this pretty interesting. So on the southern wall, which is where Builder is, it seems to be they're books, air quote books. You pull it off and it's like a little futuristic data slate. Haha, future books, same shit.
Aha.
God, I hate Kindles. I like the physical pages.
The books Builder goes into all seem to be related to Orcish culture specifically. Long details of Thrak, Orcish clans, geographic details, stuff like that. The other side where Fee's at seems to be, appropriately enough, and she just gravitates to naturally, volumes of drow related things looking to be like intended to be like have someone from Nixus feel more at home. It's like stuff related to law, Nixian culture, but stuff like novels, films, music. There's a couple of titles that hit you with like, oh, I haven't seen that in a really long time. Like when you see like an album, you like a music album you haven't heard in a million years.
Mm-hmm.
From when like you were a kid or at least younger in a past life. So those are the books on the shelves. Books, air quotes. There's a couple of tables strewed around. There's that rug there, and there's clearly that fireplace over there too.
I look up. What's up in the ceiling?
So Haran wins the survival award because he looked up. It is just a nice domed ceiling. It is painted though, and it seems to have a very clear sky, dark purple clouds. The edges of it seem to have like craggy rock outcroppings, as if someone was looking from an opening in a cave towards the sky. If Fee looks up, she's like, yeah, that's the sky on Nixus.
Cool. Okay. I'm avoiding the symbol, unlike somebody.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Alton, I need you to roll me a death save. No, you don't have to roll anything. You're fine. I'm just fucking with you. He just
Well,
stands
like,
on the
God.
spider symbol.
Hey, do you need a minute to go put some new pants on, or?
I'm wearing a kilt, honey.
The brown.
I wore the brown kilt.
Yep.
Good, that's good.
What's over here?
Over here.
I was slowly making my way there myself.
Okay, so I'm gonna say just Alton and Haran get around there about the same time. There's definitely several data slates lying around. You just a quick glance over them. Look like they detail Orcish troop movements.
Which are useless now.
Give me a quick investigation check. You need to beat like, it's got to be 10 or over. Ooh, no.
I would like to do this.
You don't read elf very good. You see,
Yes, I
like, do you read elf?
I do.
Well, never mind. You're fine. You look up and critically, you see the detail that these reports of Orcish troop movements are dated about 6 years ago.
So they're kind of
6 years ago. Interesting.
Well, I mean, it's more recent.
But why would it be more recent if this place is supposed to be abandoned?
I would assume that the drow follow orders well.
Or other people.
We're not
have
alone.
this, or, somebody's sending stuff, not necessarily sending out, but receiving stuff in the data pads, grabbing it.
This is at least physical evidence of violation of treaties. If no one objects, I'm going to be taking these.
Oh yeah, you go for it. Anything to put bad people away?
You may
That
have
we
said the
can
right
agree.
thing there.
You do you, boo.
Chiron does pick up some of the data slates and shoves them into a sling on their side.
What about this table that B is at?
More of the same.
Okay.
You do look at it, and this is more of like older things. So this is like a couple of years after Nixus was supposed to leave Thrak.
Gotcha.
So evidence that there are still drow floating around.
Any evidence of people using these couches or chairs recently?
Investigation check.
Alright.
Looking for butt marks
Disturbance
Or
of
weird
dust.
smells.
or weird smells. Doesn't look used.
I see another door here.
So hey, builder, what you doing?
Let's kind of try and stick too much together.
I want to look down here and inspect things.
You do see stuff there. You do definitely see that down that way. There appears to be a door, or at least what looks like it would be where a door should be, but there is definitely a very fine white webbing that is crossed over the door. The strands looking like they're probably about half-inch thick.
Hey, Fee,
Yes. Oh.
yeah, something that might interest you, or at least hopefully pique your, interest.
See here. That seems more reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Hello. Nothing. Sorry. Everything's fine. Does Fee recognize this as anything in particular?
I feel
Fee
like
would
it shouldn't be
see.
touched.
There's definitely more Lolth vibes here. It looks
Mhm.
like a richly kept sort of room. You're getting the vibe this, as a cleric, this might have been the room for one of the faithful.
Oh, some sort of cloister, I guess. Sort of a prayer room. What's on the wall there? Is that just a spear, though? Here that we can
Click
see?
and hold. That is looks like it's a little cabinet with its door open.
Oh, okay. Well, it looks to me like just a room for a follower of Lotha, perhaps a prayer room or a
What are the chances that this web door causes an alarm?
History check. For you, history. Advantage.
Okay. That's not gonna help.
It might. Yeah.
Oh,
it
it
helps.
did.
What you're looking at is something. It's not. You get a little close look at it, and instantly you can see that this isn't something that has been like organically created. This is iron silk, and it's basically a magical web that has like the tensile strength of like steel. Think of like those thick like metal wires that are used to hold up bridges. Basically that, but thinner and shaped like a web. It's used more like a really serious physical security lock.
Gotcha. This would it be, assumingly it'd be pretty common for spaces dedicated to law.
It's not common. It takes a bit of money to set it up, but it's enough that you've definitely. It's common enough for you that you would definitely have heard of it.
Okay. It's very strong silk. It's like if you were like metal thread, perhaps.
That'd be
It's a
correct
physical
way.
barrier. Whether or not it sets off an alarm, are these just like little sconces with light in them, or do these appear to be some sort of data entry
They are
point?
little
Are they-
sconces of light. You've read it correctly.
Okay. There's
Can I
probably a key
see
or
anything from here that looks interesting enough to maybe try and get in here?
So, let me see.
maybe.
So you see that there is clearly a bed. Over here is clearly some kind of desk that has a little bit more. It looks like another little data pad sitting on it. Some little wardrobe here that looks like it's been ransacked and not very much. But over here, you think you see something resembling a chest.
I'd open the door.
So you reach up, grab the web. Real quick, you think, oh, your hand's not stuck. You pull. It doesn't open at all. It's attached to the door. It doesn't seem like there's a mechanism to open it like a door. It is like a sealed barrier. It stretches a little bit, but it's strong. Feeling it in your hands, you have an idea that you could probably break it or cut through it or something like that.
Which one of you grab one of those torches? It's technically silk, right?
It is technically silk.
Or a candle? Or I don't know, do you have a lighter? Builder?
I cast knock.
Okay, so
He's gonna just take a couple
just
steps
for
back.
reference, well, just for reference, what is everybody else in the upper area doing while these guys are exploring down here and looking? What's Liasana doing? What's she's been doing while she's up here?
Snooping through papers and whatever's laying on the table over here.
You have been going through like Orcish troop movements, a lot of things on the Blackrock tribe, a lot of Thrakish stuff. Eyes on what is going in and out of Blackrock Foundry, and you're getting some like really solid information on like just what they've been up to lately.
Mm-hmm.
And round about the time you're like, oh, the orcs look like they were pushing south towards the Grand a little bit. In the next room here, and there's like screeching metal as a chain axe starts cutting against other metal as Builder casts knock.
I recommended fire.
Certainly makes this harder.
Fire slow.
I get on here. Light. Grab. And the iron silk is deleted. You cut through it.
I would like to cast knock again.
Don't miss.
Yeah, you don't even need to roll fucking damage. It's a still object. It happens. So in this room, you basically immediately go past the bed. You go past the information and stuff, and you're going to do the second thing.
Yes.
Okay, so you do clear out the second thing of iron silk. Effectively. There's noise happening. The Hell Knight comes fucking running and is like looking. Runs up with Tatsu. No problem. And you see in the room there's basically this chest. It's a little like it looks like a little military locker, and there is a web over it that looks actually a little less than like iron silk and more like cobwebs. Like old.
Here, I want to take a minute though and kind of look around for traps.
Okay.
Oh,
Please do.
want help with that?
What's Fee doing as you've
Feed
broken
lending
into
assistance.
lending assistance? All right, advantage. Perception. Well, shit. Nat 20,
Do I see
24.
them?
What you see is not necessarily a trap, but it could have been. In this silk cobweb, instead of something that would like snap at you when you touch the web or anything like that, you literally see a bunch of little, bigger than average, probably like you could fit one in the palm of your hand, little spiders. There's probably 12, 13. They're like a little swarm of these things kind of huddled up around on the corners and over this.
Sophie,
Mm-hmm.
you have any fire on you?
I have a tinderbox. I could spark a little fire, probably.
Did somebody say spark?
Fire.
Well, fire in particular, in fact.
Blah.
But spiders are all you, friends. I'm gonna read this paperwork.
Interesting. Okay. So a couple of things are going on. First off, Sophie,
He doesn't
you
look
are
like
you are going to these the paperwork and the data pad that's right there. Good to know. With the action over here, what is happening with these spiders?
Builder was just kind of assessing the best way to clear out a small swarm of hand-sized spiders from a distance. I'm not sure what Tatsu was doing, but it sounded like he was breathing lightning.
I could.
Is it a metal box or a wooden box?
It's a little metal box.
Well, in that case.
You want me to hit the box? I'll hit the box.
We prefer you hit the spiders.
Yeah, the spiders are the priority, but I don't know necessarily that we need to kill them.
I breath weapon the box.
Neat. Make a roll. There isn't even a hit to hit because it's just a line attack. So, it's basically just how much damage it does.
Breath weapon.
I mean, at least enough to destroy a toilet.
So DC 7 half damage. Or 7 damage. They have to make DC 11 dexterity save versus your thing. Dirt. They do not, so they take 7 damage.
That is a fumble. Something cool has to happen.
The swarm just explodes.
The spiders actually ride the lightning back to your mouth.
So
The
this
spiders are really metal.
really metal, ride the lightning, baby. Metallica references. Hey, so this is there's writing on the wall here. This is a little swarm of spiders, and there's 7 fucking adventurers right here. So I'm not even going to roll initiative. We're going to cover this combat really briefly with the 2 that are right here. So I'm going to say Tatsu breathes, deals damage to them. Several of them pop. The thing gets enraged and charges up here. Basically, I'm going to have Builder and Tatsu try and take 2 attacks. I'm just going to assume, instead of just getting into all, like, slow things down with initiative, because we're already running kind of late, have whatever you could do with actions and bonus actions in a combat turn, go ahead and do them now, Builder and Tatsu. Doesn't matter who goes first. You guys will go. Reckless attack the spiders. 14 or 20 hits. Yep.
I'm going to electro spear the spider.
Okay. 13 slashing. Cool. They're not all the way dead yet. Spear definitely hits. Roll damage. They had 22 hit points. And now they don't. Didn't even get to attack.
Nice job.
But now, there's a very quick scuffle. A couple people get ready. And it's dealt with pretty easily. When we get to certain points with these adventurers, just dipping into initiative just slows things down for things that are obviously quite easy. Fee, unperturbed by all of this, just kind of looks over a data pad while all this is happening.
This is a rival cleric.
This is a rival cleric, and you do find a note.
Ooh.
Just a little, it's like a little, either a missive to the rest of the people who would have been staged here, or perhaps it's a journal entry, you're not really sure. But it says, quote, "The orcs of this land deny the Spider Queen in favor of their dead and fire and their dead ancestors. If they will not be bent, I will see them broken."
Sounds about right.
Sounds about right. And there's some dead-ass spiders and a chest. Builder's right there. Builder.
To attempt to open the chest.
You explode and open the chest without problem. It doesn't appear to be locked. It appears that the audacity of even coming in here was kind of unexpected. And the audacity of killing spiders is even more unexpected. You open it, and it looks like this chest was very neatly organized into sections, and it once held a bunch of things. Looks like there's several compartments that are empty now and looking quite old, but there is one thing left in there. It is a dark black and lined with white piece of cloth. Pick it up.
Yeah.
It's a cloak. It is very clearly a cloak with a spider web motif going down it.
A cloak of spider cloud?
It's a cloak of something.
Well, this is very pretty if nothing else, but I don't really think it will fit our cleric's motif.
He like peeks around the corner. It's like, No.
Is anybody, I forget, is anybody just like actively able to detect magic randomly?
Randomly? No.
Okay.
Not randomly.
Is it dark?
It's really edgy.
I was saying because technically, Robo-Man has a sensor.
It's not pinging my evil.
Oh no, it's not. It's there's a very specific thing that sets him off, and this does not appear to be it.
Gotcha.
Builder will drape it. He'll put it on like a cloak, and he'll look at Tatsu.
How do I look? Does it make me look fancy?
Spin for me, darling.
Builder will spin.
Delightful.
Give me a performance check. I want this. I want to see if it's good or not. We're going with the first one. It's the 13.
Yeah,
Almost 20.
not advantage.
Tatsu almost witnesses greatness, but it's a little off.
But it's probably a little short. It's a little short, rather. So
Yeah, most likely.
Tatsu goes up and just kind of adjusts the cloak, just like drapes it over his shoulders, like, there, perfection.
If you want to know what it does, I can. If you give me time with it, I can tell you what it does.
You want to spend time and identify it?
I hadn't intended to. I was goofing around. I apologize.
No, I'm not.
again,
Sorry.
V peeks.
Sorry.
Woofing?
Sorry.
Never apologize for looking amazing.
I would recommend caution, but if it could help us, this might be a worthwhile detour.
God, I look tired.
We're almost actually done. We're going to see what we can do here.
Haran, if you don't mind, I would appreciate
Haran's
that.
do an identify.
As a ritual.
Okay, as a ritual. So, 10 minutes pass. And usually I don't send private messages in these games, but this is specifically one of those things where it would. Haran.
Okay.
But I don't know. You sent me
It
that
ain't
private message
bad.
last time.
It ain't bad.
I have to read this.
Yeah, you like when Haran does his stuff, he does it with like a computer and everything, so he actually has a readout. And you see, like, oh, this is a little more complicated than maybe you thought, because he is leaning in and figuring out what this is right now. What is Alton trying to perceive?
He's trying to listen through this door while all the chaos is going on. He's just been...
Completely fair. You hear your friends. It's a 20. You rolled a nat 20. So what you hear while all this is going on is more of the same. It's deadly quiet in here. But with a 20 on the other side of the door, you do hear a little, very low, like, almost bass-like hum. Like there is something with a power source that is running on the other side of the door. You don't instinctively think that it's like something dangerous, but I want to say 75% of the time that you hear that very specific pitch, it's been a trap in your pirate career.
Can I
Alright,
stealth? Oh, go
There's,
ahead, Haran.
there's literally nothing to see you, so stealth isn't necessary. And Haran, what you got?
This is a really, really nice cloak. It's called a spider silk cloak. It gives bonus. Makes people harder to hit you, and you can cast spider climb, web, if you want. It recharges at the end of a night as opposed to a day, and don't expend all the charges. It could fall apart. It's a really nice item.
Could we turn it inside out?
I guess you could, but yeah, it gives good on defense, and then gives spider climb and or web choice. Just don't burn all the charges. Here? I don't know.
I mean, magic really isn't my thing.
Okay, I'm just spider climb. Spider climb allows you to climb on the ceilings and walls, so you can drop on people, or a web allows you to hold somebody in place. But
I'm vaguely offended by the spiders, but Yasana, Builder, you found it. If you wanted to wear the cloak, of course.
No, I think actually Yasana, it kind of fits.
I'll give it to the sniper.
I don't know that Ailstray would appreciate my wearing of the cloak. Although perhaps I could speak to her about such things if you really don't like it, Yasana.
If you want, you can take it.
No, far from wanting it. I simply don't want it to go to waste.
Can I call dibs?
no.
You don't need access
You're
to
not
the
even
walls
anywhere
and
near.
ceilings.
You're not even anywhere near us. All
That actually is fair. You're off in a different room.
But,
I mean, it would help me stay out of the way when the going gets a little messy.
I mean,
Oh, you could certainly get closer to enemies without them necessarily knowing you were there.
That's also not a bad thing.
I will.
Right.
Builder
think
will
you should
take
take
a
it.
minute and he'll fold it up nice. And he'll present it to Yasana and just say,
A peace offering for how I judged you harshly before.
We love Builder.
Oh. Also, I will send Yasana the description of the magic item right now for notes. And does anybody have anything else they want to do right now? Because this feels like it would be a good point to pause for the next game next week. But if somebody has something, we'll do it, because this is a little quiet point.
I was going to stealthily open the door and try to peek in.
We can do that right before the
let him
end.
do it.
We can do that right
Oh,
before the
yeah.
end. If anyone else
Okay.
has
Let him
something
do it.
else, we'll do that first. Does anyone have
He
it?
was just going to keep exploring, so if we're calling it, then there's no
Okay.
need.
Okay. So Alton cracks the little door open and peeks on the other side. And he sees very clearly a little web of laser tripwires ahead of him down the hall, indicating this is probably going to be a little less easy than he thought.
Oh shit.
And with that exact "oh shit," that's where we're going to pause for the evening.
Ah, beans.
That's good. That's good.
Beans.
Beans,
Me and
beans, the musical
boys
fruit.
At midnight looking for.
Beans. Well, thank you guys. Welcome back to Galactic. We having fun?
Oh yes.
I think we are. Maybe. Yes.
Excellent.
Yes.
I just wish it were funnier.
That's mostly what we did.
Beans.
Beans. So, thank you guys for playing D&D with me, and we my schedule is back to normal for a solid couple of months now. So we're back in business. Should we beat this dungeon, we might be able to finish this chapter of our story and get to the epilogue before we pause again for me to spend a million years prepping the next part.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll work on that.
We'll work on that. So thank you guys.
Yeah.